Hello there, and good morning to the Monday morning inspiration for the joy of creation and the magic of art, creativity, and play. What is possible with art? What if art is the new currency? Some people are talking about it. And what if it is actually an old currency? And what what can we create that will inspire the world into a new possibility? Yet
So,
what was flying by this morning is about time. And so quickly we thought there is the day out of time today, and it's based on Mayan philosophy, a day out of time. But then we saw it's not June 25th, but July 25th. And it's like, so funny how, like, what if time is not what we think it is? And so this past weekend, I did a show and I was at a gallery, and so I met so many people, and one person was constantly, I ran into her several times. She was constantly, oh, I don't have time, let me just quickly look, but then what is this, and what is your painting? And then I started talking about it, and she said, no, I don't have time, I have to quickly look. And then she called her husband and said, I have to go. And she was all the time like this. It was a constant run, a constant not being in the right place of some sort, always running for something else. So how many of you are totally fixated upon time? What is this time thing? You know, and so let me have a sip of my tea, chin chin. I was wondering, isn't it such a random thing? Last Friday, as we were driving, I had a total sense of, it could be any day. Actually, it could be a Monday, it could be a Sunday, it could be a Wednesday. Have you ever had anything like this, that you had this sense of no time, like in this, not that you don't have time. It's like, so funny, I don't have time. What is this, right? Yeah. Where is your time? Have you lost it? Is it in your coat pocket and it's like stored away for next winter, or what happened to time? It's really funny, it makes me laugh. So what is this? What if this is actually an artificial construct? It is something that was created. Like this morning I had a conversation with the month, yeah. And so February got pretty much upset because, they, every once in a while, when they need to take a day out of the year, they take it away from February. So February was not really happy about that. And the other months, they have even a day more, 31, and February only has 28, and sometimes it gets one day more, 29, but that doesn't really do it for February. But do you see how random this is? What if we don't hang our life onto this nail of time that is sticking out of the wall and like sticking in our face and determining what we can do and what we cannot do? What if you actually can create your life and living beyond this constant running? What does it create when you make everything about the schedule, and I have to be here and there? And it doesn't mean you don't have a schedule. You guys, you have appointments, you have meetings, you have a job, you have to be somewhere at a specific place. I have to be, after this show, I have to be somewhere and paint with kids, right? So it's not that we go la la li about everything. And there is something about where we meet at a specific time. And what if we use time for that, like to agree upon something? Okay, we get together, but we don't make it all about that, and we don't create all this this running around and I don't have time. What if that is an excuse? And how many of you have used this excuse of time to not create or to not choose what you would love to create? I don't have the time. What if you make it? Make time for you. Have you ever like had this where time was sort of stopped, or then you had other days when time was just flying by? So what is that actually? Is that maybe an energy that you were in, a space you were in, that created that? And so with that, what sensation, what sense of time can you be with you, where you can create anything without any stress, without hectic, without guilt or blame, or I didn't do it, or I should have done this. All these should haves, could haves, they are hypothetical. They don't make any sense. What if you dump those? I could have, I should have. These should haves, they have a lot of guilt and blame to them. Do you get that? So what if you let them go? I should have, like, this is in the past. Now you judge you for something that you did not do in the past, where right now you have the possibility to choose anything right now as you watch this. So would you please stop banging your head against the wall for something that you did not do like a minute ago or 5 minutes ago or a day ago? So these are all the excuses we are using to stop ourselves. And we learn this stuff. Everybody is doing it. It's everywhere. And so would you be willing to look into this and to just stop it and just stop it? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't also make any sense to the universe. When you say you want to create something and then you don't, that's one thing. You just didn't, period, right? But then you don't stop there. You beat yourself up because you didn't, and you should have, and you could have, and you must actually, but then you don't. And it's just simply a choice that you are not making to create it in this very moment, period. Story stops there. The race of the hamster in the cage stops. So, the question of the day is, what is working for you? Would you like to be a hamster in a cage, or would you be willing to stop that, change it, and be who you are and create what you can create? The moment when we stop beating ourselves up, and the moment when we let all of this go, all of this could have, should have, and that is actually all big distractions. Do you see how this distracts you from what you could choose right now? The moment you go to should have, is like the energy of that is, I should have done it in the past. Well, I could do it now, but I don't, because I beat myself up because I didn't do it yesterday or something. And it is all connected with this time thing. And then you still don't find that you have the time, but you should have the time, and you could have the time, but then you don't. And do you get it? How this is a circle. So what if you just stop it, sit down, take a cup of tea, or take a cup of coffee, or drink a tequila, or I don't know what, not when you are driving, right? But laugh about yourself and stop it. Choose something else. What else can you choose? If you never blamed yourself for not having the time, never using that excuse that you don't have time, what could you create? Would that also create more ease for you? If time wasn't real, and time is not real, what could you create? What could you choose? And create time for you. Like, make that space for you and for your creation, and just start it, just do it, just choose it. It's a choice. It's a choice. It could be a day during the week. One day you make that time for you. Could be an afternoon. It could be 10 minutes in the morning. Start and see what it creates for you. It might really change things. If there were no more excuses, what could you create? What could you choose? And how much fun could you have? So this is this Monday morning inspiration from the space out of time. If time wasn't real, if time wasn't true, and if you never used that as an excuse, what can you create? If you could ask a question such as, if I never ran out of time, which is like almost running out of money, right? Running out of time. I ran out of time. So it's all about time and age, and it has nothing to do with what you could enjoy. You know, there was a 70-year-old woman, and she bought 2 pairs of my Magical Bodies leggings. And just the space of that choice, and I was told that she will be combining them with tunics and floaty long things of different length, and ruffles and layers. And so, wow, if you never made it about the length of time that you have been in your body, I could also say your age, and if you never make it about the time that you have or don't have, if that wasn't even a place you would go to eradicate all of that, what could you create right now? What can this Monday morning inspiration inspire for you to just not use time anymore? There wasn't it in Michael Endy's story with Momo? Wasn't this where there were time thieves? They stole time. So everybody ran out of time. Now just take this as an energy. How much have you allowed people to sort of infuse you the idea that you could run out of time? Where was that? Who was that? And when you start looking around you, it's everywhere. And it's also in movies, it's on TV, everywhere. And what if you just enjoy it? Enjoy being here right now. Enjoy your body, no matter what age, and no matter what your body is, enjoy it. Start enjoying it. Start enjoying being here and celebrating living. It's the joy of creation, and it has nothing to do with time. I was painting live at the gallery this past weekend. So yesterday and on Saturday I was painting live. I did silk painting, and I was there, and the moment I start painting, time doesn't exist. I don't have a sense of time. It is such an amazing space that so many artists, I call it the zone, and so many artists also call it the zone, where there is, in the space of creation, I want to call it, there, time does not exist. We don't function on a clock. We don't function in production mode. It is breathing and being there with your art, whether you're a musician or a painter or sculptor or a writer. And the clock is not there anymore. And so what if we had that space all the time, where we don't function from the clock and time, but from question? What do I choose now? What choice can I make now? Even when you drive to the office in the morning, what choice? You could ask, what choice can I make today that will create so much joy in my life right away that I can barely take it? Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching this and for being here. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. There will be, like, somewhere in this video, a flower will pop up, and this is where you can subscribe to the channel. You can come and join us here on the Monday Morning Inspiration, and you can ask questions. So if you want to find it, there will be also a link underneath this YouTube video in the description, where you can subscribe to the Monday Morning Inspiration, and then you will receive the link for dialing in from your phone or joining from your computer or Mac or iPad or whatever, Android. And you can be here and ask questions and be inspired. And yeah, what questions do you have about creation? What questions do you have about the joy of creation and magic, the magic of art and creativity and play? Have a wonderful week, and I see you soon. Bye.
La la la